Mavuika will be released in version 5.3, and it's now confirmed. Although we haven't seen any drip marketing for the 5.3 characters yet, beta testers have confirmed that she'll be part of the next update. We've also received all the information about Mavuika, including her skills, talents, constellations, and signature weapon. So in this video, we'll be taking a detailed look at Mavuika's kit. Just keep in mind that this information is pre-beta, which means it may be subject to change in the future. Before we begin, a quick heads up. The banners for Chaska and Lini are now live on the servers. If you're planning to pull for them but are running low on Primogems, you might want to check out lootbar.gg for a way to save some money. Lootbar is a great way to top up for games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. It can save you up to 20% on all top-ups by using favorable exchange rates and direct partnerships with authorized top-up partners of Hoyoverse. With over 100,000 users and more than 10,000 positive reviews, Lootbar is safe and secure. Don't forget to check the link in the description or pinned comment for an extra 5% discount. Back to Mavuika. She'll be a 5-star claymore user scaling on the attack stat. Her ascension stat is crit damage, reaching 88.4% at level 90, so you'll want to focus on getting good crit rate artifacts when building her. Moving on to her elemental skill. Mavuika's elemental skill has 2 different effects, triggered by either tapping or holding the skill button. The tap version applies pyro to enemies every 2 seconds in an area of effect, even when she's off-field. In the hold press version, Mavuika rides a motorcycle with pyro infusion. While riding, she gains a unique normal attack combo, and her charged attack involves spinning the motorcycle and then lifting the front wheel to strike enemies, generating Night Soul points. The pyro infusion lasts until her Night Soul points run out. Additionally, if Mavuika jumps, Night Ride Windfire Wheel switches to Night Ride Spin Wing. In this state, Mavuika will continue to consume Night Soul points to stay afloat, using additional Night Soul points when dashing or gaining altitude. In this state, performing a downward attack will unleash a fire slash called Crash, dealing area pyro damage. Her team utility is strong too. In the Night Soul Blessing state, all team members' Night Soul point and fuel consumption is reduced by 30%, and Mavuika's own Night Soul points increase by 30%. Now, let's go over her elemental burst. Her burst doesn't consume energy, but instead relies on battle will, with a maximum of 200 points. When battle will reaches 50%, she can fully consume it to activate her burst. There are 2 ways to generate battle will. First, when nearby characters consume Night Soul points, those points convert into battle will. Second, when nearby characters hit enemies with normal attacks, they generate battle will. The first hit of her burst scales with the amount of battle will consumed, and afterward, Mavuika enters an awakened state for 7 seconds, granting her increased resistance to interruption. During this state, both her normal and charged attack damage scale with the amount of battle will consumed, and no actions consume Night Soul points. Now for her passive talents. Passive 1. Upon casting her burst, all active characters gain a damage boost based on the amount of battle will consumed, up to 50%. This boost gradually decreases over time. Passive 2. When any Night Soul burst is on the field, Mavuika gains a 35% attack bonus. Passive 3. Mavuika gains enhanced mobility, allowing her to fly, run, swim, and climb with ease. Moving on to her constellations. Her C1 increases her Night Soul cap, boosts battle will accumulation efficiency, and raises her attack. Her C2 adds 300 to her base attack, and when in the Divine Ring state, reduces enemy defense by 20%. During her motorcycle state, each point of attack increases normal attack damage by 1 and charged attack damage by 1.5. Her C4 boosts the damage bonus from her second passive talent. And at last, her C6 lets teammates summon phantom motorcycles to attack enemies in the Divine Ring state. In Riding state, she gains the Divine Ring's attack effects. And as usual, her C3 and C5 increase her skill and burst levels by 3 each. Finally, her signature weapon. Although we don't know the name of her weapon yet, it has a base attack of 741 and grants an 11% crit rate bonus at R1. Its passive effect increases crit damage by 20% and attack by 28% for 6 seconds when using an elemental skill or burst. This effect has a 10-second cooldown, and the duration of passive effect bonus can be extended by 6 seconds through normal or charged attacks. Overall, Mavuika seems like a very fun character to play, although she will be best suited for teams with natlan characters. She may be harder to fit into teams without natlan units, but if you do have them, she'll boost their damage significantly, which is a big plus. That's everything I have on Mavuika for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates.